Right. So what was the first question? How to create trial account. How to create a trial account? What is the solution? Step number 1, open developer.salesforce.com. Open the URL developer.salesforce.com. When I open this URL, we have a sign up here. So enter your basic data. Enter your basic data. Salesforce batch 300 @gmail.com. I'm giving my mail ID. A role, a developer. Name, some name I'm giving. Choose the nation. Now, just fill in the basic data. They're asking enter username. Your username should be in the form of name @companyname.com. So I have given admin@314.com. Click on send. Whatever the mail ID you have registered, to that mail ID, corresponding confirmation you will get it, through which you are supposed to activate. Whatever the mail ID you have given, to that mail ID, you get the confirmation link. Through which you are supposed to activate your link. So what is the data I have given here? Enter the basic details like enter the first name, then company name, zip code. Right. Enter valid email address, because the communication will happen through email address only. Then enter username. Username should be in the form of username @companyname.com. Enter the username @companyname.com. Example I have given. This is how we create. Then sign up. Click on sign up. Then you will receive email confirmation to the registered address. Log into your mail ID and log into your mail ID and log into your mail ID and activate the account. So what I have done, go to email address, we received activation link admin@314.com. Verify your account, reset your password. Verify your account, reset your password. Reset your password. Ashraf, mute your mic. Ashraf, mute your mic. All of you mute your mic when you join the sessions. Right. So I verified my account and I have reset the password. I came to this account. When I logged in, this is the account which was created. I went to my mail ID. I clicked on verify. They asked me to reset my password and security token. Then I logged into this account. So what happened here? Go back. Reset your password. And then set the security answer. Reset your password and set the security question and answer. This is how you have created your trial account. Basic format. Go to the site, click on the sign up. Click on the sign up, enter your basic details, enter the username, email address. You will get the corresponding link. Click on that link and activate your account. Click on the link and activate your account. Once you activate your account, it will ask you reset your password and reset your security question. Once you're done, your account is active. I hope you are good with this. Okay. Now the question is, once you register it, once you created your own account, which edition is given to you? Which environment is given? In the trial version, they are giving you production environment. Note, you cannot create sandboxes from trial account. You cannot create sandboxes from trial. Which environment is given to you? Production environment is given to you. You cannot create sandboxes from trial account. You cannot create sandboxes from trial account. You cannot create sandboxes from trial account. Then, which edition is given to you? Developer edition. The trial version we are calling as a developer edition. It is not a commercial one. It is a trial version. The trial version name is developer edition. The name of the trial version is developer edition. The name of the trial version is developer edition. How many licenses they have given? How many licenses they have given? The number of licenses they have given. Ashraf, mute your mic. You're disturbing the class. Mute your mic. Right. So how many licenses are given to you? So they have given Salesforce 2 licenses. Salesforce 2 licenses. Then they are given Salesforce platform. So total, how many licenses they have given you? 5 licenses. 5 people can log into the Salesforce trial account. 5 people can log into Salesforce trial account. Out of 5, 2 of them will have CRM plus Force.com. 3 of them will have only Force.com. So which edition is given to you? Developer edition. Which environment is given to you? Production environment. Now how many licenses are given to you? 2 Salesforce license and 3 platform licenses. 2 Salesforce license, 3 platform licenses, developer edition, production environment. I hope you are good with this. Right. Next. What is the instance of your server? Now, when you log in, what is the instance of your server? It is AP. Depends upon the location from where you are creating. I have created from Hyderabad, I got AP4. If you create from US, you may get NA7. Depends upon the, okay. Now, production will be on which server? Production will be on which server? Production will be on APR NA. Productions will be on APR NA. Right. And your sandboxes are going to be on CS server. Your sandboxes are going to be on CS server. Sandbox is going to be on CS server. Sandbox is going to be on CS server. So on which environment? You are getting production will be on AP, NA, EU. Sandbox will be on CS. Now what is the instance of your server? We got AP4. AP4. Which edition is this? Developer edition, which we are calling as trial account. And how many licenses they have given you? They have given you 5 Salesforce licenses. Okay. I hope you are good with this. Okay. Now, how many, which edition of Salesforce you are using? Which version of Salesforce? Which version of Salesforce you are using? Summer. How many views are? How many UIs? How many UIs we have in Salesforce? Classic and Lightning. How many UIs we have? Classic version as well as Lightning version. We have a classic version of Salesforce. We have a Lightning version of Salesforce. Salesforce applications are available to you in the classic version as well as Lightning version. Salesforce applications are visible to you in the classic version as well as Lightning version. Okay. Right now you logged in. When you logged in, let us see this. What is the version you are finding here? It is a Lightning version. Right now, whatever you are finding, this is what? Lightning version. Right now, whatever you are finding, it is called Lightning version. In the Lightning version, if you go for this, you are finding icons, right? So when I click on this, list of all the applications will be displayed to you. Service application, marketing application, community application, charter application, content application, right? So Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, Sales, all these are what? Applications. How do you find? When you go to Lightning, you will be finding this screen where you click on this and you find list of options. Okay. Now, I don't want to see Lightning. I want to see Classic. So, you are finding an icon here, right? User. I can upload my photo there. Okay. So, when you click on this icon, what you are finding here? Switch to Classic. This is the classic version of your Salesforce. This is a classic version. Which version was this? Summer 18. Now this is the classic version. So Lightning version, classic. When you log in, which version will be coming to you? Lightning will be coming to you. By default, Lightning they are giving. If you want, you can change them to classic. Right? How do you change to classic? Click on the user icon. At the bottom, you get an option called switch to classic. You can migrate to classic version. Now, when I log in, here you are finding, what was this? List of all the application. All these are what? List of application. In the Lightning, we found the application at the leftmost corner. In the Classic, we'll be finding in the rightmost corner. Right. So this is a classic page. So let us understand one by one option in the classic. Salesforce is promoting Lightning very much. Now let us see one by one step. Right now, what you are finding is this. So look at this. It is a Salesforce logo. Later on, I am going to replace with my company logo. Right now, I am getting a default logo of Salesforce. Later on, I am going to replace with my company logo, whichever the application I am using. Then what we have? This is called global search. Global search. What was this global search? Genie point. Now, when I am searching for a word, all the records in the database which are having a word called Genie point, we are getting. So, this is a global search. I can search for any data in this application from this search bar. I can search for any data in this application from global search. Now, what is the search box called? Global search. Any options, any data which is in the Salesforce application, any data which is in the Salesforce application, I can search from this search bar, which is called global search. This is called global search. Now, you are in the classic now. If you want to shift to Lightning, I can simply click on switch to Lightning experience. I can click on the switch to Lightning experience. It will take me to Lightning. Then we had the person who logged in right now, the user who logged in right now, his details will be available here. The user who logged in, go to this. Right now, the user who logged in, his details are available here. So what I am finding here, his profile, his name, other information. If you want to log out, you can go to log out. Switch to Lightning experience again. The person who logged in, log out, switch to Lightning experience. Okay. So if you want to write any program, we have developer console. User for writing the programs, developer console. For switching to Lightning, if I want to log out, I'll click on log out. So what was that? User who currently logged in, I was able to see his details, log out, developer console, and switch to Lightning. Then setup. Now what is the setup? Now all the force.com options, I told automation options are there. When I click on this setup, it is going to show you list of force.com options. Now you're finding it. What was that? List of force.com option. When you click on that, you'll be finding list of options here. What are they? Administrator. Under the administrator, what you are finding? All the administration options will be there. When you click on setup, in the left hand side, you're going to find menu here. Look at this. What you're finding here? Administer, build, deploy, monitor. When do you get this? I may be on any page. I may be on any page, but when I click on the setup, I may be on any page. When I click on the setup, automatically what will happen? This menu will be shown to you. What is that menu? Administer, build, deploy, monitor. Administer, build, deploy, monitor. Administer, build, deploy, monitor. Okay. When I click on this, we are getting this option. So what is the option we have? Administer. What is the option we have? Administer. Under administer, what will be there? All the administrative options will be there under administer. Like what we have, creating a new user, giving him the permission. Now, creating a new user, granting him the role, giving him the permissions. Okay, everything is under this administer. Now, creating a applications, integrating with third-party application. Now, this application I want to connect with SAP. This application I want to connect with the Google Maps. This application I want to connect with the SMS package. This application I want to connect with the Siebel. So, all these are manage apps, territories, company data, security, domain. All these are what? Administrative options. When I click on the setup, you get administer, build, monitor, deploy. Administer, build, monitor, deploy. Administer, build, monitor, deploy. Under administer, what you are finding? All the administrative options will be finding. Then build. What is this build? Development. Whatever the development activities you want to do, that may be a declarative development, that may be a programmatical development. Declarative is customize and create, that is customizing the existing application, creating a new functionalities, develop programmatical. So create is declarative, develop is programmatical, customize is existing application you want to modify, customize. So under build, what are you finding? We are finding customize, create, develop, lightning. Customize, create, develop, lightning. Customize is for what? Customizing the existing application. Create is for building new functionality using declarative options. Develop is what? Building the new functionalities using programmatical process. Lightning, going with the lightning application. Then deploy. Whatever we have developed, if you want to deploy them, we go for deploy. Monitor, this is for testing. Once you're done, I want a job as to run at 4 o'clock every day. I want every month, second Saturday, email should go to the customer. Now, we done this, but are the emails are going? Are they working properly or not? I want to test it. I will go for monitor. So what did you get? When I click on setup, what are the options you are getting? When I click on setup, what are the options you are getting? We are getting administer, build, monitor, deploy. Administer, build, monitor, deploy. Administer, build, monitor, deploy. When you click on setup, in which version? Classic or lightning? Classic. In the lightning, we have different navigation. So when you click on setup, administer, build, deploy, and monitor. In administer, what will be there? All the administrative options will be there. In the administer, what will be there? Administrative options will be there. Right. Under the build, what will be there? Customize. What is the purpose of customize? Customize the existing application. Customize the existing application. Customize the existing application. Okay. Next we had create. Create is what? Declarative development. Declarative development. Create is for declarative development. Build, okay. Then we have develop. Develop is for what? Programmatical development. Develop is programmatical development. Then we have deploy. Deploy is for deployment purpose. Deploying the code from one environment to another environment. From where I am receiving the code, is it success or failure, I can track it. Then monitor is for testing your application, checking the status of your work. You have done some work, I want to check the status of it, whether it is running, how it is running, I want to check. Then I go for monitor. Right, boss? Okay. You may be on any page. When you click on setup, it will take you to this page. You may be on any page. When you click on this, it will take you to this page. I hope I'm good with this. Okay. Similarly, okay, go back to this. Then we have help. What is this help? When I click on this help, Salesforce documents will open. When I click on the help, Salesforce documentations will open. So I can see, let us say, on account I have a question, I have a doubt how it can be used. Click on help, document will open. When I click on help, what will happen? Documents will open. When I click on the help, corresponding Salesforce documents will help open, through which you can find out how to create and how to navigate. Right. What is the last option we have? Sales. What is this? List of application. Out of that list of application, right now I opened a sales application. It is a list of application. Out of the list of application, right now I opened a sales application. Out of that list of application, right now I opened a sales application. Right, boss? So what we have? Salesforce logo, global search, then switch to lightning, user who logged in, setup menu, help, application. So logo, global search, switch to lightning, user who logged in, setup menu, help, and your list of application. I hope you're good. What do you find? Because when you see the screen, you should know what they are. So logo can be modified with the company logo. Global search is for what? Searching the data of your application. Any data that is there in your application, any data that is there on your application, you can search from global search. Then switch to lightning. Like we got in the lightning, we came to classic. Similarly, I want to go back to lightning. User Satisham, the current person who logged in, the employee who logged in or administrator who logged in, his data is available here. Setup, when I click on setup, it takes you to force.com menu. In the force.com menu, as I already discussed, administer, build, deploy, monitor. Help, Salesforce documents. Sales, there is a list of applications developed by your company or Salesforce. I hope you're good with this. Then let us go to the next one. This entire bar. This is called tab panel. This is called tab panel. This is called a tab panel. Now this is called tab panel. On the tab panel, what we have here? Home is a tab. Campaign is a tab. Contacts is a tab. All these are what? Tabs. We have a tab panel with the tabs. We have a tab panel with the tabs. The entire one is called tab panel, on which everything is called tab. When I click on the tab, corresponding page will open. When I click on the tab, corresponding page will open. So tab panel with the tab. Tab panel with the tabs. So go to this. When I click on the tab panel, corresponding page is open. Contacts. Contracts. Are you clear about this? Corresponding pages are opening. Tab panel with the tabs. Okay. Now let us go to next one. Now, there are a lot of options. I don't know which option is under what. There are a lot of options. I don't know which option is under what. Let us say I want to say code. So when I type the option, you'll be getting the navigation. Now let us say right. So what was this called? Menu search. Quick find box, finding the option. This is finding the data. This will find the data, this will find the option. This will find the data, this will find the option. This will find the data, this will find the option. Find the data, find the option. I hope you are good. Find the data, find the option. Okay. Find the data, find the option. Quick find. Okay. Next, what we have? Look at the format. Next, if you look at this, when I go to setup, you're finding these options, right? Again, when I click on the leads, what you're finding here, it's called sidebar component. It is called as sidebar. Whatever that is displayed on the left hand side, they are called sidebar components. And there is a concept to create those components, which is called sidebar components. So overall, what you are finding now? Look at this. Again, we are finding a menu bar here. This is called force.com quick menu. Force.com quick menu. Now, once again, logo, global search, switch to lightning, user, logout, setup, help documents, list of applications. If you want, you can go for app exchange. I told what is an app exchange? Store of Salesforce application. Now all these are what? Tab panel, and you're finding here tabs. This is a sidebar component. Then in the menu bar we have seen this. This is a quick find, and we have force.com menu. Force.com menu will open when you click on the tab. I hope you are good with this. Right, Amma? Every option is clear for you. This is what you find when you log in. We didn't go for any concept, but the moment you log in, what will be there on the home page and what they are called. That's what we discussed. Similarly, go to the lightning. When you go to the lightning also, what will be there? Switch to lightning. When you go to lightning, switch to Lightning. When you go to Lightning, so this is what we are finding. Home page. Now logo, which will be coming here. These are what? List of applications. List of applications, and now I am getting here users. It is giving what option? We have a quick find there, right? The same is available here. We have to lead. You'll be finding. So if you want to find the app options, we are supposed to go for this app launcher. Search for the option. Now go for this. This is what? Tab with the tabs. Now this is a search. Now here there is a lot of search box. Global search, and what they are asking, what you want to search? You want to search in a account table, campaign table, case table. In the classic, they didn't give table wise, but in the Lightning will get a table wise. Some advantages are there. Okay, but for us it is what? Global search. It is a global search. Okay. Then here we have favorites. Okay. Then we have, we don't understand all these things now. What was this? Help. This is help documentation. This is setup. There we have a classic setup, right? Similarly, when you click on this setup, you will get the setup menu of Lightning. There when you click on setup, you are getting a setup menu of classic. Here we are getting a setup menu of Lightning. Now in the Lightning, what we have? Administration, platform tools, settings. So administration, platform tools, settings. Administration, platform tools, settings. Even though Salesforce is promoting Lightning a lot, but basic structure of usage is classic only. Okay, because options are more clear because people are using the classic from couple of years. Nowadays, Salesforce is pushing. Adoption takes some time, but still, these administrative options, all these things, people are going with the classic only. Okay, but designing they are going with the Lightning whenever they require. But basically, the format is what? Classic only. But in the Lightning, what is the option we are getting? Administration, platform tools, setting. Now, where is that option? Click on setup. When you click on the setup, we'll get this. Now, in the mobile phone, you get alert, right? 2 WhatsApp messages, 2 charter messages, 2 Facebook messages, like that, notifications. If you're getting any messages, if you are getting any task, the notifications will be coming. In the mobile, you get, right? Okay, when you log into Facebook or LinkedIn, on the top you get a notification, right? 2 friend requests, 3 messages, like that, notifications. Then what is this? User who logged in, you want to log out, you can log out, switch to classic. Right? Okay. Now once again come back. So list of applications. All these are tabs. All these are what? Tabs. Applications with the tabs. There we used to find everything on the tab panel. Now here it is application with the tabs. This is search for the apps and tabs. Search for the apps and tabs. Accounts, right? Search for the apps and tabs. And it is App Exchange. So go to the application structure, list of apps, App Exchange, tabs. Right, boss? Now, is it opening a separate page? No. Same page only it is showing. Whatever you want, hide and unhide in the same page. Only one page. Lightning will be what? One page only. Everything will be on the same page. Hide, unhide. It will not navigate to another page. Page is only one. Okay. Now, go to this. Then what we have? This is not a global search here. Look at the point. Now, when you give it, they are giving what? Options. What was that option? I can say objects. This is what? Options. This is what? Options. This is what? Options. Now we have quick find, right? Same options here. Now when you go to any one of the application, open any one of the application, let us say we are going with sales. If I open any one of the application, now what you are finding is global search. When you open an application, there is a global search. When you open a setup, it is a quick find. Then what you are finding here? These are the favorites and actions. We can add it as per your requirement. Then this is also actions. This is action we'll be learning later. This is what? Help, setup, notification, user who logged in. Right, boss? I hope you are good with this. Lightning and classic. Lightning and classic. Everyone is good. So how many versions are visible to you? 2 versions. Lightning view, classic view. Generally used from last couple of years. What version we are using? Classic. Now Salesforce is pushing lightning. That is the reason we are also trying to understand how to work with the lightning. Okay, but basic mode is classic. But we are also able to see how it will work in the lightning. We will be learning this also. Okay. So this is the basic structure of the Salesforce when you log in. Right, boss? Okay. First time, how did you log in? You went to Gmail, you got a link, clicked on activate, asked you to enter the password. I entered the password, then you log in. Later on, how do you log in? Next time onwards, how do you log in? First time through email you logged in, you got a link, you clicked on it. Later on, how do you log in? So now, username, password where? On WhatsApp? No, where? Okay. That's what we need to understand how to log in. How to log into Salesforce. Now, when you want to log into Salesforce, they're asking, do you want to log into production? If it is a production, login dot. I have to enter login.salesforce.com. It will open the production. If you want to open the sandbox, test.salesforce.com. If you want to log into the production, login.salesforce.com. If you want to log into the sandbox, test.salesforce.com. 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 If you want to log into the production, login.salesforce.com. If you want to log into the sandbox, test.salesforce.com. The question is, do you have sandboxes in the trial version? Do you have sandbox in the trial version? No, right? Then you will be able to log into sandbox. You will be able to log into sandbox? No, you will not be able to log into sandbox in the trial version. I will be providing some commercial version through which you can log in and see. But on the trial version, there is no sandbox. But when you go to real time, you will have production and sandboxes. In the production, login.salesforce.com. In the production, login.salesforce.com. Sandbox, test.salesforce.com. This is the URL which you are supposed to use. I hope everyone is good. Clear? Okay. Now, I told Salesforce is a multi-tenant architecture, right? What do you mean by that? When I told Salesforce is a multi-tenant architecture, on the same platform of Salesforce, multiple applications are running. On the same platform of the Salesforce, multiple applications are running. Am I right? So, this is the application of ICICI. I told multiple applications are running. When multiple applications are running, how does the Salesforce recognize your application? Everybody is going to use login.salesforce.com only, okay, right? But how does the Salesforce recognize your org? How does the Salesforce recognize your org? Boss, all these applications are running on same environment. All these applications are running on same environment. Then how does the Salesforce recognize which application belongs to? Which copy of force.com belongs to ICICI? Let us say this is a ICICI application. This is a HDFC people have taken. This is LIC people have taken. Reddy Labs have taken. So how does the Salesforce will recognize? Because everything is force.com only. How does the Salesforce recognize? For every copy of force.com, Salesforce will give 15 character ID, which is called organization ID, which is called OID, organization ID. For every instance of Salesforce, Salesforce is going to give you 15 character ID, based on which Salesforce will recognize your organization. What was it called? OID, organization ID. So let us take this. What is OID? Salesforce by default creates 18 character, 15 character unique ID. Salesforce by default create 15 character unique ID every instance of Salesforce by default creates 15 character ID, 15 character unique ID for every instance of force.com. Salesforce by default creates 15 character unique ID for every instance of force.com, which is called organization ID. This 15 character ID is called. This 15 character ID is called organization ID. This 15 character ID is called organization ID. Based on this ID, Salesforce will recognize the instance of force.com. Based on this ID, Salesforce will recognize an instance of force.com. I hope you are done. Right, boss? So we have seen how to create your own account, which edition will be coming, which environment we are getting, which licenses we are getting, what is this organization ID. Okay. How do you find this organization ID? I logged into my account. Then switch to classic. Then what we have here? The classic setup, administer, company profile. What we have? Company information. The company information, what we have here? What you are finding here? Organization ID. Here only you are finding what? Edition, instance, which ID, edition, instance, number of licenses your company has purchased, number of licenses that your company has purchased, we are able to see here. Number of licenses. So what was this? Setup, administer, company profile, company information, Salesforce.com ID, edition, instance, number of licenses. If you want to deactivate your trial version, you can deactivate by using this. Okay. So let me give you. How to get the organization ID, edition, instance of a server. Setup. Company profile. Setup, administer, company profile. Company information. Then you'll be able to see the details. Did you find? Salesforce organization ID, environment, edition, number of licenses purchased. This data we can track from this menu. Setup, administer, company profile, company information, under which we give this. I hope you are good. Now, moment you log into the Salesforce, what are the general terminology you will be finding? Okay. Now you have seen this is the Salesforce account we created, we logged in. So once you logged in, what will be there? What are the technical terminologies we are going to use down the line? So technical terminologies are frequently used. We will be learning them in detail, but for idea, because I keep on using these terms. What are the frequently used terminologies? Application. We'll start with object. Object. What is an object? Object is nothing but table. I say account object, nothing but account table. Contact object, contact table. You call them as a tables in the regular database. We will be calling as object in Salesforce. So what is an object? Object is nothing but table. So some of the tables are created by Salesforce, some of them are created by user. Example, account, contact, lead, opportunity, case, account, contact, lead, opportunity, case, order, code, etc. Then we'll be using tab. What is tab? If user want to open anything, now I want to open account table. How do you open? There should be a tab. When you click on the tab, the table will open. I want to open a particular page. How will the page open? There will be a tab. When you click on the tab, page will open. So what is a tab? It is a interface between user and application. We will learn about this in detail, but as you find the terminologies, first know what terminologies are there, so that when I use you don't find it as new. So what is a tab? It is an interface between user and application. When we click on the tab, table will open. When we click on the tab, table will open or page will open. Object tab, then users, who will log in. When I say user, employee of the client organization who has a license to log in. Yeah, okay, my client will purchase some licenses. If you want, yes, employees to log in, for every employee give one license. I want this employee to log into Salesforce. Give him one license so that he can log into Salesforce. So user is employee of the client organization who has a license to log in. Okay. Then we had some profiles. Profile means permissions given to user. Like this, some terminologies we are going to use. I give generalized definition. Technical definitions we'll see. So what is the generally used terminology? Object, tab, user, profile, application. What is application? It is a collection of tabs. Application is a collection of tabs. Application is a collection of tabs. Collection of tabs. Now sales application will have collection of sales objects. Service application will have collection of service objects. Look at this sales application. You are finding the tabs of sales. Service application. You are finding the tabs of service. So application is a collection of tabs. So what is the frequently used terminology we had? Object, tab, user, profile, application. These are the things which we are going to use frequently. These are the things which we are going to use frequently, right? I hope everyone is good with this. Okay. Now, the moment you log into the Salesforce, what is the first thing that you are going to set? You logged into Salesforce. When you log into Salesforce, what is the first thing that you are going to work on? Setting your company data. Okay, you are the administrator. You purchased a organization from Salesforce. You purchased a force.com Salesforce. Administrator logged in. What he is going to do first? Once administrator log in, first he was supposed to keep company's data. What is the name of the company? What is the address of the company? Okay, what is the time zone in which company will work? What is the language the company will work? In which format the currency will be represented? All these company data will be set. So the moment you log into the Salesforce, what we are going to set? First thing is company information. How do you set the company information? What this will have? This will have basic details about like communication, organization ID, edition, instance, licenses, time zone, currency format. This will have the basic details about the organization like communication details, organization ID, edition, instant, licenses, time zone, currency format, etc. What is the navigation for this? How do you find the navigation? Setup, administer, company profile, company information. Setup, administer, company profile, company information. Then you find. Now, every company will work on a specific time zone. Now let us say SBI Bank is there. SBI Bank running in India. SBI Bank application for India. So it is going to work on IST time zone from 10 a.m. to 6 a.m. 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So what is the time zone in which this application is going to run? Every client will have a specific time zone. Now we are not speaking about developers. We are not speaking about a developers. We are speaking about a company. The company will have a time zone. Now, even the company is running by 24/7, but it will be running as per the time zone of according to some time zone. Because when an issue is raised, you raised a complaint, boss. I told within 48 working hours it will be solved. 48 working hours according to which time zone? You raised a complaint and they told within 48 working hours they will be closed. Now, 48 working hours according to which time zone? Is it according to IST? Is it according to PST? Which time zone is this? So, your company will have one time zone. So, according to your company time zone, they will decide 48 working hours. So, what is the time zone? This will specify time zone of a company. Then default language. The next one, default language. What is the default language? Let us take Google. When you open a Google, Google will open in English, Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, every language. But Google company has one standard language. Google will open basically on the standard language. If you want to change according to your convenience, you can change. But there is a standard language for a Google. So Google follow UK English. Now according to the customer convenience, that UK English is converted into customer language. But what is the default language that Google is following? Google company, every documentation they release, the company's standard documentation is going to be on UK English. I may translate that into your language to make it convenient for you. If you open a website of Google, you can open Telugu or Tamil also. But what the Google is doing? Translating that into the corresponding language to make it customer friendly. But Google has a standard language called UK English. Now Salesforce also. If you open the Salesforce documentation, it is according to US English. It is according to US English. Right. Now, every company follow one standard language. Now, to make it easy for the customer, they may translate into that language, but company will follow one standard language. What is that language called? Default language. This is the language. Now, let us say I told I follow English. In English, there are 23 category of English languages. Out of these 23 Englishes, which English you are following? We are following English India. Right? Are you getting my point? So, right. Next one we have corporate currency. What is this corporate currency? Now, I gave price. I told price 100. When I told price 100, is it $100, 100 rupees, 100 pounds, 100 euros? What was that? You told cost is 100. Is it $100 or 100 rupees or 100 pounds or what is that? What was that? Now let us go to this. Now I am entering amount. They gave annual revenue of this company. What was that? Annually. What is the price they gave? Now I am giving. Now is it rupees or dollars or what is that? Now you feel that it is rupees. It's not so. What is the currency format your company is following? Is it following a dollars or rupees? Your company may follow INR. My company may follow pounds. Now tell me what is the currency format? So when I display 500, the symbol will be displayed. $500, 500 rupees, 500 pounds. So that it will be, there will be no conflict for the this one. If I display, if I go to Amazon.com, if they don't show me, dollar symbol, what I feel, 17 rupees I will take. If they don't show that dollar symbol here, what I will think? Price 17 means 17 rupees only. Right? So they have to make it very clear. So what is the currency format you are using? Let us say when I go to Amazon.in, this is for India. Now they are showing the rupee symbol. Right? So what is the currency format your company is following? So corporate currency. This is the format of the currency. Representing so time zone, default language, corporate currency. I hope you're good with this. Right. So let me show on the execution. So go back to this. Tell me the navigation. Setup. Administer. Company profile. Company information. Edit. Then give communication. Your communication address. Then what is the default language? Language is English, but default is English. What is the time zone? Currency local. It is English. This is the basic data what we are setting up. So this is the primary thing what you are supposed to say when you log into the Salesforce for the first time. When as an administrator, when you log into the Salesforce for the first time, administrator is going to set the organization details, time zone, currency, okay, then languages. Then you will be able to use this application. I hope you are good with this. Right. So that's all from my end for the day. See you all in the next session.